Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it.
Oh, why are we doing this?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now Wentz, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The numbers for Sanders last week, 23 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now Wentz on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
He's brought down at the 31.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet the 32 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Dallas.
And Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 3 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Chris Jones.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Right back to Sanders on 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Van Der Esch on the tackle.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, and he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure.
Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
They'll take over.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Prescott with the give to Ezekiel Elliott.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brought down by Nate Gehrig. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Brought down just shy of the goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Greg Zuerlein.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
at their own 21.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and 4.
Miles Sanders incomplete.
Now Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Wentz to throw again. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To the air again, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. at their own 23.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Again, it's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 23-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The final, 34-13. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Baker Mayfield leading the way again as his guys run their mark to 8-1. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
He was brought down by Josh.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
It's going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, in on the stop there.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Come on, dog!
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack, and from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Sanders. Spins away. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 61 yards that time on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And out now come the Eagles. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. He's got him in, complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Complete.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down.
Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
21 is
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
complete to Blake Jarwin.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time.
But it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein.
Cowboy field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, it's Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Wentz now to throw.
46-yard line.
Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Now Wentz. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Recovered by Dallas.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And now here come the Cowboys. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.